The idea of an all-out war between Iran and Israel sounds terrifying, doesn't it? The reality, though, is stranger and a lot more complex because, as of now, there's been no formal war. Instead, what we've got is a shadow war that's been simmering for decades, marked by covert operations and dramatic headlines that play out far from the public eye. Let's jump into 10 facts that make this clandestine conflict so fascinating and so risky. First up, the basics. Iran and Israel have never actually fought a traditional war. Yet for both countries, the other side is seen as an existential threat. The conflict isn't on their own soil. Either it plays out in Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and of course, the ever-expanding cyberspace. Now, speaking of the shadows, between 2010 and 2020, at least 5 Iranian nuclear scientists were assassinated. Iran's pointed the finger at Israel's Mossad, though, as you'd expect, Mossad keeps things very close to its chest. Still, intelligence circles are pretty sure Mossad pulled off some of the most precise operations inside Iran itself. Then there's Stuxnet, the cyber weapon that changed modern warfare. Back in 2010, this computer worm sabotaged Iran's Natanz nuclear facility, physically destroying thousands of centrifuges. Most experts reckon this was a joint US-Israeli operation. It was the first time a cyber attack caused real-world destruction. Let's talk Syria. Since the civil war broke out, Israel has launched hundreds of airstrikes on Iranian convoys and bases. Why? To stop Iran digging in near Israel's borders and to disrupt arms shipments to Hezbollah in Lebanon. And while Iran hasn't fired missiles directly at Israel, it supports groups like Hezbollah and Hamas, who've launched thousands of rockets. Enter the Iron Dome, Israel's missile defense system. It's intercepted a massive number of these rockets, turning into a symbol of Israel's military edge. But Iran doesn't fight alone. It leads the so-called Axis of Resistance, a network of proxy groups stretching across Lebanon, Gaza, Iraq, and Yemen. These proxies are Iran's first line against Israel, letting Iran fight its battles without direct confrontation. Espionage, anyone? In 2018, Mossad pulled off a legendary raid in Tehran, smuggling out stacks of nuclear documents. These papers, Israel claims, proved Iran was still working on nuclear weapons, despite international deals. And that brings us to nuclear tension. Israel's made it clear, it won't let Iran get a nuclear bomb. Period. Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful, but this standoff just keeps raising the stakes. Meanwhile, Iran's pouring resources into missile and drone tech. In recent years, drones and missiles have targeted Israeli oil tankers and bases, triggering counterstrikes and keeping tensions sky-high. So what happens if this shadow war turns into an open one? Experts warn it could drag in Lebanon, Syria, Gulf states, maybe even the US. With the firepower and alliances at play, it could be one of the most dangerous wars the region has ever seen. It's tense, it's complicated, and it's happening right now, mostly out of sight but never far from the headlines.